Shalom, shalom. All praises be to Yahweh by Hashem Shai, B'Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of great wills to the well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Yep, as everyone should know, U.S., Donald Trump, and his military coup have captured the president of Venezuela, Maduro, Nicolas Maduro. You know, they're making accusations of him being a leader of drug cartel and stuff like that. And earlier in the previous year, 2025, Donald Trump announced that the drug cartel is a group of T's, which you see, it's like they're giving themselves rights to just target anybody, even internationally, and go to people's countries and just do what they want. And we know the real reason is because they want to capture what they really want, which is resources, oil and stuff like that, and have total control and block the any contact or interest of their enemies, such as Russia, China, Iran, because they got communication and form of friendship with Venezuela. Anyways, Chatham House, it says, U.S. to run Venezuela after Maduro captured, which is completely arrogant and crazy. These are like breaking. This is international war crimes, man. You captured a president from a different sovereign land. If that happened to America, you already know it's World War III immediately. It shows you how bold and arrogant America is. So U.S. to run Venezuela after Maduro captured, says Trump. Early analysis from Chief and House experts. Yeah, and they put strikes on them as well. So on Saturday, the 3rd January, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a large-scale U.S. strike on Venezuela and stated that the U.S. had also captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. Yes, so charged with drug-related offenses. It's crazy. So it's like Donald Trump, which is ultimately the elites, but Donald Trump, and these Americans, they're not even solving problems in their own country, their own states and stuff like that, and systems, which is the people of America are mourning and angry and depressed. But yeah, he thinks he can run Venezuela, so he's gonna run America and run Venezuela. How's that gonna work? Don't even make sense. Yeah, you're already having issues, incredible issues in America. You want to run something else? You can't even run America properly. But then again, we know these are the plans of the elites. It just shows you the hypocrisy and level of arrogance, man. But anyways, let me get the scriptures. Yeah, and we know ultimately why, because of the resources that are in Venezuela, especially the oil. Venezuela, the biggest oil reserves, over 300 billion. They're in front of, they're even in front of Saudi Arabia. And other minerals and resources as well, and also, they got friendship with Russia, China, and Iran. So obviously, America is putting a blockade while extracting for their own good as well, the resources. Anyways, Habakkuk 2. We go straight to the point. Verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." Yeah. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's proud, and he's got a wicked, corrupted soul, man. Okay, it's not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith, and the just, the righteous, are who? The children of Israel, starting with the elect. They're going to believe and have faith in Yahweh Shemeshai. Verse 5, this is the point. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine. Yeah. What does that wine represent? His wicked ideologies, his false teachings. Yeah, his witchcraft. You can even link it to propaganda. Okay? That's what he sells. That's the image he puts out to the world, man. Yeah. Talking about the land of the brave, land of the free, and being a humanitarian, greatest country in the world and all of that. Or good old Christian values. But look what they're doing. Look what Donald Trump is doing. So it's all BS. He is a proud man, arrogant. Yeah. The fact that you went to another sovereign country, regardless of what issues they're having, you have no right to take over another person's home. Yeah. So look at that. You first you broke in. You did an invasion, right? You invaded. That's a crime. You bombed. That's a crime. So innocent people's lives could have been unalived, most likely, obviously. Yeah, and you kidnapped. So that's like about 3 major crimes right there. Okay, and look at the hypocrisy. America is a people that stands for democracy, but guess what? They want to rule Venezuela. Who voted that? Yeah, who voted for these things? Look at the level of arrogance. When did we hear about talks with the UN? Talks with the Venezuelan president that is okay that if we take over your country. Look at this, man. Yeah. You see, we told you that these devils, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has not changed. This is what we are witnessing, a live colonization right now. Okay. This is double colonization. The Americas already got colonized, and now we're seeing them get colonized again right before our eyes. This is ridiculous, man. You can't make this up. Anyways, neither keepeth at home. Yeah, neither keepeth at home. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, always likes to complain about, these migrants and all of that. You are the ultimate migrant. You invade. This is what we're witnessing. Venezuela got invaded by white Americans. Yeah. Neither keepeth at home. They're always in other people's business. They're always going to other people's countries doing coups, trying to set up puppet leaders, trying to get people unalived, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Trying to make some deals so they can influence other countries and extract their wealth and resources. It's you that always want to be somewhere else. You're the ultimate immigrant, man, invader. Yeah. Neither keepeth at home. He doesn't want to stay where he's at. Doesn't want to focus on his home turf. Yeah. That's why they got the most military bases worldwide. Over 800, man. Ridiculous. All scattered over the world. Spreading yourself thin. Who enlarge and invest in what? Almost 1 trillion into the Department of War. Destruction. So that's where your heart lies, man. Anyways, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Gosh. And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. Greedy, cannot be satisfied. Here it is, you got your own oil. America's even top 10 in oil reserves. But you just want the Venezuelan oil. It is better. The Venezuelan oil is better. But so what? That doesn't give you the audacity to be greedy, selfish, and commit reckless and violent acts, man, and invading. Yeah. That's what they want. That's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, in particular America. Give me. I want everything. Entitled, bratty child. Shows you that they haven't changed. Yeah, but gather unto him all nations. Yeah, and heapeth unto him all people. Yeah, guess what? And how has he done that? Like gathered all the nations to him through colonialism. He's destroyed and divided people's cultures and countries and filled it with corruption where a lot of these people have no choice but to flee to, especially the West, Europe and America. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful countries out there, man. Yeah, but guess what? They're facing corruption. They're facing famine. But how did that happen? When you go back to the history, you realize there's always got an involvement of these Edomites, these so-called white people. They have destroyed and conquered, divided, sowed seeds of corruption, and still benefiting from them to this day with all these economic slave contracts or doing, underhand tactics. Yeah, shadow military operations, setting up puppet leaders for their interest. Okay, gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Yeah, America's is a great melting pot, man. It's mainly because of what? Because those people have fled to get a so-called better life because you destroyed their homes. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Look at that. Yeah, you're increasing things that are not yours, that don't belong to you. You're a thief. And that's what they're doing to Venezuela, taking the oil, taking the resources, running the country for themselves. Yeah, they basically want the entire Western Hemisphere, man. Wasn't it not earlier in the year where Donald Trump was talking about, yo, we want to make Canada one of the states, Mexico, was it Panama as well? What was it? Cuba, you know, Panama Canal and stuff like that. Yeah, they literally want the whole Western Hemisphere if you think about it. Yeah. So is this not a form of dictatorship? Of course, this is the ultimate dictatorship. But the thing is, why they get away with it is because America is a major superpower. They're the ultimate bullies. They have the weaponry, the missiles and the bombs. They just used it on Venezuela. You see? So it's not about righteous morals. It's about they got the biggest weapons. And if we want something, we will take it. And if you refuse to give it to us, we will drop these bombs. That is dictatorship. That is not Christian like America likes to promote themselves. Yeah, they're big ass bullies, man. Woe to him that increases that which is not his. Yeah, you stole everything, man. That's the Europe colonization, man. Imperialism. Yeah, you've conquered all the world and stole their resources, and big yourself up as if you're righteous and good, but you got things through deceit, through violence and trickery. And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, yes, sins. Your sins are being built up. Yeah. And guess what? That tab is about to be filled with judgment, man. That thick clay, that sin that you've piled up. Proverbs 1:19. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain. Yeah, Esau is greedy of gain. Greedy, greedy. Want, take. which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Yeah, it's gonna cause danger for yourself, because as the movie says in Leave the World Behind, uh, that actor, that so-called white guy, he said, "What, man?" Because he was like kind of like a doomsday prepper. He knew what was going on. If he was shopping and stocking up, and he was saying, "Look, America has made a lot of enemies." Yeah, America especially, and all these European countries through colonialism, but in particular, heavily the most is Babylon the Great. America, yeah, have just bullied and tortured everybody. Psalms 49:11. This is their mindset, these Edomites. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Yeah, they think that their empire is going to be everlasting. Yeah, so they're proud, arrogant, and think they can do what they want. And their dwelling places to all generations. Yeah, yeah. They want to own. They want to own every continent, every country, everything around them. They want to be in total control, own all assets of the whole world. That's what they want ultimately. Okay. And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Yeah. These Edomite so-called white people are the ones that have been naming these countries. Hell, then, they've been naming continents. Okay. And I was just, I think about 2 weeks ago, I was just watching 1492, Conquest of Paradise, Christopher Columbus. Obviously when he found the Caribbean islands, he named it what? El Salvador. Okay, so they're naming their lands after their own names. Yeah, claiming things. Yeah, Donald Trump taking over Venezuela. Yeah, which is again, it's ultimately the elites. Yeah, because these politicians and presidents and these people that are in your faces and seem like they have a position of power, they're really puppets, man, for the elites. Yeah, they do the elites' dirty work. They're the poster boys. Anyways, this is James 5 from the top, and it talks about what? Misuse of riches or warning to the rich, and that ultimately applies to who? The elites of Esau, Edom. From the top, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Like people say in the world, karma. Yeah, that judgment is about to come. Yeah, your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Yeah, it's corrupted. Why is it corrupted? Because you got it in a wicked way. You got it through lying. Yeah, you got it through cheating your way. You got it through violence. Yeah, you got it through stealing. Okay. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasures together for the last days. Yeah, their belly's about to be full up, man. The Lord's gonna. The times come where the Lord said enough is enough, and He's gonna make judgment. Yeah, yeah. The very wealth and greediness that they're doing is going to backfire, man. And behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. You see, fraud, man. That's what America and these Western countries of Esau is known for, fraud, man. Yeah, but they like to point fingers at other people. Yeah, the whole system is about fraud. Yeah, millions and millions of taxpayers getting bumped, man, out here. Yeah, Look at the NLT. It says, "For listen, hear the cries of the field workers." Yeah, yeah, so the taxpayers, the people that are working hard and trying to earn a living, whom you have cheated of their pay. The wages you held back cry out against you. You see that, and guess what's happening in America? A lot of people are complaining. Look what the government is doing to us. Or look how many jobs he's released. People are homeless. People are living in their cars. People can't afford to pay rent. Yeah. How is it that all these other people that are multi-billionaires getting rich and richer, and your own people in society in America is getting poorer? Same thing with UK and various places of the world, especially Western Europe. Yeah. See, and now you Edomites, you so-called white people, the lower level ones, that amongst us, now you're experiencing how so-called black people and Latino Native Americans have felt all these years, decades, and centuries. Yeah, being left behind. Now you're left behind. Yeah, now you're being treated as a second-class citizen, just like what we did. But when things were good for you, especially prior to '60s and stuff like that, when we were suffering the most, you Edomites didn't give a damn. So so now the joke's on you now. Yeah, what we're experiencing is trading places, man. You know, which is basically in the scriptures, man. Deuteronomy 30, second Esdras, you know, Genesis 25. The elder should serve the younger. Trading places is happening now. You're gonna feel what we felt. Anyways, fraud crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Yeah, living in luxury. Yeah. These elites, man, all these top Edomites, so-called rich white people, they living in pleasure and luxury, man. While people are suffering in poverty. Yeah, and they don't give a damn. Scripture talks about they're not in trouble as other men. Yeah, they don't live like how we live. We live in a struggle, paycheck to paycheck. These people are good, man. Their assets are sorted and being wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just. Yep. And he doth not resist you. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah. Yeah. As it says in what John 10 and 10, the devil come up to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what they do. People out here want a peaceful life and want to be left alone. They actually want to believe that, hey, hard work and dedication will help them grow and establish themselves. But it's not so, man. It's all false. It's all rigged. It's all designed for the elites to own everything. As they said, the WEF, Klaus Schwab's, you own nothing and be happy. So if that's how they're thinking, that means they don't care about you. They don't want you to be. That's anti the American dream, the so-called American dream. See, they don't want you to be happy. See, so as Micah 2:10 it says, get out of her, my people. For this is not your rest. So we got as brothers and sisters in this truth. Yeah, we're not supposed to have our heart in Babylon, the Great, America, or in this world in general. Yeah, because it's not designed to cure us. It's not designed to help us. It's not designed to have for us to have better lives. Everything they do is anti-life. Yeah, look how many people got health problems because of the food that's being produced, and can you believe it's FDA approved? Yeah, radiations, so much war going on, so much civil unrest and divisions. Yeah, so much PDF files running rampant. You're worrying for your children. Yeah, everything in this world is run by lies and witchcraft and corruption. This place is not designed for us to be prosperous or live a life of righteousness, man. Yeah, it doesn't promote righteousness. The things on TV, social media is just pumping wickedness, yeah, backstabbing attitude, and all forms of low vibrational content, man. But anyway, all of this that's happening is basically leading towards World War III, man. Yeah, the war to end all wars, but obviously other prophecies need to be fulfilled too. Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:5, and Revelation 13:16, which is that mark, that karagma karags, the physical implant that they want to put in your body to track and trace. And without it, you won't be able to maneuver or operate in society because it will be the new form or way of buying and selling. Anyways, ending on this, Lord willing, Revelation 11:14, the second war is past. The second war, the second destruction, second great destruction is past. And behold, the third war cometh quickly. So the third and final last war is coming and approaching very quickly. The greatest destruction on the planet is coming. And the Lord will come in the midst of that. Yeah. But Babylon the Great will be the place that will be utterly eradicated with fire. So yeah, we're in serious times, man. So we've got to stay strong in the spirit. Yeah. Be prayerful and encouraging with brothers in this truth, man. And have faith. Yeah, and pray that we make it, man. And to continue to push on in the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Shai B'Shem Kakadash. Anyways, with that, all praise be to Yahweh B'Shem Shai B'Shem Kakadash. The ones, the elders and apostles of great millstone are well. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.